Yo guys, what's going on? Rob with 421 Media House coming at you again with another deck review. This week we've got the Polaris Eclipses by Vanda Cards. These are the V1 releases of these cards. I've got two decks here. This is the very first deck of these that I ever got. And this, you can see from this tuck case, it's super banged up. The cards are really worn. They're kind of not holding their shape anymore. But this is the deck that I normally use. This is my to-go-to deck, even if I'm just sitting around hanging out, and I just need to grab a deck of cards. This is my to-go-to. This is one of my favorite decks of cards that I own. So I really am stoked about this particular review. I don't own the V2s. The big difference between the V1s and the V2s is that the V1s are on a crushed B stock, the V2s are on a crushed Riderback stock. So I'm going to be focusing on the V1s in this review. I don't have a deck of V2s. If you are interested in getting the V1s, they're sold out. I do have a couple of decks. I bought a brick of these. I've got a couple of decks left. If people are interested, you can send me a message and I will sell you one of the decks that I've got at a fair price. So this particular deck is still sealed in its cellophane, but let's open this up and take a quick look at it. This is the first time I've ever opened a brand new deck of cards for a review. But as you guys know, I do play with these cards for a week beforehand. The only reason I'm opening this deck up is, as you can see, this one's super beat up. So let's take a quick look at the tuck case. The tuck case, the front of the tuck case is the back design, but it doesn't say this Polaris Eclipse on the actual card. There is a metallic ink on a lot of the tuck case. If you flip it over, you got the king here. The stamp on the card is a sun eclipsing, which is kind of a neat little touch. It says Vanda on that side, manufactured by the United States Playing Card Company. Very simple tuck case. It's a glossy paper, really nice, kind of to the point. It's, as you can see here, this one's held up fairly well. I don't use a card clip. And this one has been in and out of my pocket quite a bit. I mean, the flaps are starting to get a little bit damaged on it, but let's crack it open and take a look and see what we get inside the box. So the back design, I'm not sure how well this is going to show up on camera, but it is a metallic ink that they use for some of the stuff like the star here. And then some of the design elements, the other ones are white. These cards, the back design is super trippy on these. It's these look great in like card flourishes, anything that you're doing with cardistry. This is very much a cardistry focused deck. As you can see, it's borderless back design. Depending on the deck, sometimes I don't like to see that. With this particular deck, I've noticed with that borderless back design, if we grab the other deck here, these cards have been dropped and you can't even really tell, even though they are borderless. They've held up extremely well. With this deck, you're going to get your two non-identical jokers. One has a bit more of a serrated sun, the other one is a little bit more muted. And then for your ad cards, you're going to get this fun Ace of Spades that's sideways. And you're going to get the King of Spades, Queen of Hearts, split card. The faces of these cards are all the coloring is unique, and then you got this split color design on the face, which is really kind of cool to see. I really dig this deck. The court cards are these cool like faceless cards that spin really good and look cool in flourishes. If you're doing a one card flourish, these are the diamonds. This is, like I said, this is one of my favorite decks that I own. I think the V2 faces, the court faces, are slightly different, but these guys are really cool. I can't get enough of these cards. It is a Suicide King. Always love to see that. Super nice cards. Like these even, just touching these and feeling them again, they handle so good. Let's take a quick look and see how they perform. cards do come in. My biggest gripe of these cards is they're expensive. I paid $20 for a deck, and like I said, I bought a brick of these because I liked them so much. The value is the only thing that kind of hurts for me, is at that $20. So let's break it down quickly. The tuck case, you got that glossy tuck case with the metallic inks, and the king on the back, and the Sun Eclipse seal. Overall, the tuck case doesn't really invoke any crazy emotions in me. It's not really anything like we've seen from Theory 11 or Art of Play with some of their tuck cases where you've got the embossing and all that kind of fun stuff on them. So I'm going to give this tuck case a 6 out of 10. As far as the design of the cards goes, I think that this is a really unique back design. It looks great in flourishes. It really kind of catches the attention. Unique face designs, interesting pips. You got the split coloring, all that kind of fun stuff. I really love the design of these cards. I'm going to give the design a 9 out of 10. As far as performance goes, one of my favorite card stocks, I gotta admit. The Crushed B stock, it's something that very few decks actually use. We've seen it before on the Cherry Casinos. We see it again here. Not a very common stock to use. I love the way that it feels and performs and handles. For you guys that have seen some of my other videos, you're going to know I really like the Theory 11 decks because they are a little bit stiffer. Not to say that I hate on the Rider backs. I do actually like, the Knights. I like the Memento Moris as well. But I do really like that Crushed B stock. It is traditionally cut. It is performance coated. They are embossed. As far as performance goes, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 for performance. The value, $20 US, it's a little steep. These cards are out of production. They are hard to find, so you're going to probably be paying more than $20 to find them aftermarket, on the used market. So as far as the value goes, I'm going to give them a 6 out of 10. Like I said, you might be able to get them for a little bit more than that. I do have a couple of them. If you guys are interested, I will sell them for a fair price. It's going to be a little bit more than that 20 US just because I paid for shipping to get the brick to my house, and then I'm going to have to pay for shipping to ship them out to you guys. But if you're interested and you want to pick up a deck of these, send me a message and I will gladly ship it to you. Alright guys, coming up next week, I've got 2 decks that I'm interested in reviewing. I'd like some of your guys' opinions. I've got the Cherry Casinos. I'm going to be picking up the blue Cherry Casinos later on tonight, so it's going to be between those and these Night Light Fluorescent cards. I think you guys are going to notice right away, the Night Light Fluorescent poker cards are actually a bridge size card. They're not a poker card. This was actually a deck that was given to me for free to review, so I'm going to do that. Whichever one of these decks loses, the following week I will be doing the other deck review. So it doesn't really matter, you guys are going to get both of these. And I'm going to actually give away these Night Light playing cards, so make sure you're subscribed here for that giveaway to get all the details on that. And we'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.